Don't be afraid of new arenas. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I would like to die on Mars. Just not on impact. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. Life is too short for long-term grudges. Really, the only thing that makes sense is to strive for greater collective enlightenment. Patience is a virtue, and I'm learning patience. It's a tough lesson. You have to be pretty driven to make it happen. Otherwise, you will just make yourself miserable. The first step is to establish that something is possible, then probability will occur. Starting and growing a business is as much about the innovation, drive, and determination of the people doing it as it is about the product they sell. You want a future where you expect things to get better, not one where you expect things to get worse. My biggest mistake is probably giving more importance to someone's talent than their personality. I believe what matters is that someone has a good heart. Let's think outside the box and create an environment where this kind of thinking is encouraged and rewarded, and where it's okay to fail. If you're trying to build a company, it's like building a cake. You have to put all the ingredients in the right quantity. I think it's really important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you did well and how can you do it better. I believe that life on Earth should be more than just solving problems. It should be something inspiring, even when it's distorted. I would like to die on Mars. Not just because of the collision. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. I can either watch it happen or be a part of it. The first step is to establish that something is possible, that it will likely happen. Persistence is very important. You should not give up until you are forced to give up. In fact, the only thing that makes any sense is to strive for greater collective knowledge. Patience is a virtue, and I am learning patience. It is a hard lesson. When I was in college, I wanted to be involved in things that would change the world, and now I am. My motivation for all my companies has been to be involved in something that makes a meaningful impact on the world. You shouldn't do things just because they're different. They also have to be better. I think it's possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. Life is too short to stay angry for long. As a child, I just ask questions. Don't be afraid of the new battlefield. Face it. If there is any work that is important to you, then you must do that work, whether the circumstances are in your favor or not. To accomplish something, you have to be very motivated. Otherwise, you'll just make yourself miserable. People work better when they know what the goal is and why. It is important that people think about coming to work in the morning and enjoying their work. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you can do it better. You have to be motivated to achieve your goals. Otherwise, you will make yourself unhappy. If you want to make something really good, you have to work very hard. Find everything that's wrong with it and fix it. It is said that there is no room for failure in NASA. Failure is an option here if the effort is not failing, i.e., you are not trying hard enough. Keep trying to see how you can do better, and keep asking yourself questions. I think that's the best advice. A company is great when its products are great. It's okay to put all your eggs in one basket as long as you can control what happens to the basket. Patience is quite difficult, but I am learning it, because patience is a moral virtue. First, you have to believe that something is possible. Then the possibility will happen. It is also important to be stubborn. You should not give up until you are forced to give up. If you wake up in the morning and think that this day is going to be your best day, then it will be good. People should find out what they are passionate about. They will gain a lot more from this. I wanted to do those things when I studied in college. which brings change in this world, and today I am doing all that. What is small thinking? I think it's really a mindset of your mind and nothing else. You have to decide. I believe that life on Earth should be more than just solving problems. It should be something inspiring.